Ladies, have you ever looked back and thought, if only I had known better? Life is a journey full of lessons, but some mistakes can cost us precious time, joy, and even our purpose. In this video, we're unveiling 20 common mistakes young women make, and how to avoid them. Grab your notebook, because what you're about to learn could save you years of regret and set you on a path of wisdom, strength, and success. Let's dive right in. 1. Seeking validation from others. Let's be honest, many young women fall into the trap of constantly seeking approval from others. Whether it's about how you look, what you achieve, or the decisions you make, relying on external validation is like trying to fill a bottomless cup. It's draining and never enough. Think about this. Have you ever doubted your worth because someone didn't notice your effort? Or felt invisible because you didn't get the response you wanted? This constant need for approval can create a vicious cycle of insecurity. Here's the truth: your value doesn't come from others. If you tie your worth to the opinions of people, you'll always feel like you're falling short. Instead, remind yourself daily of who you are. Write down your strengths, your accomplishments, and the qualities that make you unique. Repeat affirmations like, "I am enough," and live by them. Remember, confidence radiates from within, and the right people will recognize your value, not because you're seeking their approval, but because you already know your worth. 2. Comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. How often have you scrolled through social media, feeling like you're not pretty enough, not successful enough, or not happy enough compared to someone else? The reality is this: social media shows the highlight reels of people's lives, not the full picture. You're comparing your behind-the-scenes moments to someone else's curated content. Instead of looking outward, turn inward. Celebrate your own progress and set goals that matter to you, not to impress others, but to fulfill your potential. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. If you're growing, learning, and becoming a better version of yourself, that's all that matters. 3. Ignoring your own dreams to please others. How many times have you put your dreams on hold to make someone else happy? Maybe it's a parent who expects you to follow a particular career path, or a friend who wants you to always be available. While it's important to consider the feelings of those you love, sacrificing your dreams for the sake of others will leave you empty. You were created with unique gifts and passions for a reason. Ignoring them doesn't serve anyone, not even the people you're trying to please. Take time to reflect on what sets your soul on fire. What are you passionate about? What kind of life do you want to build? Once you're clear on your purpose, pursue it unapologetically. The people who truly love you will support you, even if they don't fully understand your vision at first. 4. Not setting boundaries. Let's talk about boundaries. So many young women struggle with saying no, often because they don't want to disappoint others or seem selfish. But here's the thing: without boundaries, you'll constantly feel overwhelmed, drained, and even resentful. Setting boundaries isn't about being rude, it's about protecting your time, energy, and peace of mind. For example, if a friend constantly expects you to drop everything for them, it's okay to say, "I care about you, but I also need time for myself." Remember, you teach people how to treat you. By setting clear boundaries, you're showing others that you respect yourself, and that they should, too. 5. Settling for less in relationships. Ladies, let's be real. Staying in a relationship where you're undervalued or disrespected is one of the most painful mistakes you can make. You deserve to be with someone who loves you for who you are, supports your growth, and treats you with kindness and respect. Too often, young women settle because they fear being alone or think they can fix someone. But hear this: you are not a rehabilitation center for anyone's brokenness. If someone isn't willing to grow with you, it's time to walk away. Trust that the right person will come along when the time is right. In the meantime, focus on becoming the best version of yourself so you can attract a partner who matches your worth. 6. Marrying too early without preparation. Marriage is one of the most significant decisions you'll ever make. Yet, many young women rush into it because of societal pressure, fear of being alone, or the excitement of love. But marriage isn't just about the wedding day, it's a lifetime commitment that requires emotional, spiritual, and financial readiness. Picture this. A young couple enters marriage without truly understanding each other's values, goals, or habits. Over time, conflicts arise, and the foundation begins to crack. What went wrong? They weren't prepared. Take your time to know yourself first. What are your values? What are your deal breakers? Are you emotionally mature enough to handle conflicts without tearing each other down? Before saying, "I do," make sure you're stepping into marriage as a complete individual, not someone seeking another person to complete you. 7. Overlooking financial independence. Financial independence is more than just having money, it's about having choices and security. Yet, some young women neglect their financial education, relying on others to manage or provide for them. Imagine being in a situation where you can't leave a toxic relationship or pursue your dreams because you're financially dependent. That's not freedom, that's bondage. Start small. Learn to budget, save, and invest. Educate yourself about financial literacy through books, courses, or mentors. Your future self will thank you for building a strong financial foundation that empowers you to make decisions from a place of strength, not desperation. 8. Letting fear hold you back. Fear can be paralyzing. Whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, too many young women let it dictate their choices. Think about this. How many opportunities have you missed because you were afraid to take a chance? Maybe it was starting a business, applying for a dream job, or even standing up for yourself. Fear is natural, but it shouldn't control you. Instead, use it as a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. The most significant growth happens when you face your fears head-on. Surround yourself with a support system that encourages you to be bold and take risks. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite it. 9. Neglecting personal growth. Life is a journey of continuous learning. However, some young women stop investing in their personal growth, either because they're too busy or think they've arrived. But here's the thing. If you're not growing, you're stagnating. Personal growth doesn't just happen, it's intentional. Set aside time to read, take courses, or develop new skills. Whether it's learning a new language, improving your communication skills, or deepening your faith, every step of growth brings you closer to becoming the woman you're meant to be. 10. Failing to prioritize health. Your body is the vehicle through which you'll achieve your dreams, yet so many young women neglect their health. From skipping meals to overworking without rest, these habits can take a toll on your physical and mental well-being. Ask yourself, how can you serve others or chase your dreams if you're constantly tired or unwell? Prioritize regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep. And don't ignore your mental health, seek help when you need it. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. A healthy you is a strong, capable you. 11. Surrounding yourself with the wrong friends. Your circle influences your life more than you realize. Hanging out with toxic, negative, or unambitious people can derail your progress and dim your light. Evaluate your friendships. Are your friends supportive, encouraging, and aligned with your values? Or are they constantly bringing drama, discouragement, or bad habits into your life? It's okay to outgrow friendships that no longer serve you. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, celebrate your victories, and walk with you through life's storms. 12. Ignoring red flags in relationships. Love can be blind, but ignoring red flags in a relationship will lead to heartbreak. Whether it's disrespect, lack of communication, or controlling behavior, these signs should never be overlooked. Think of a red flag as a warning sign on the road. Ignoring it will only lead to an inevitable crash. Be honest with yourself about what you're experiencing and don't make excuses for toxic behavior. You deserve a relationship built on mutual respect, love, and trust. Don't settle for less because you're afraid to be alone. 13. Trying to be everything to everyone. Many young women take on the role of caregiver, peacemaker, and problem solver for everyone around them. While it's noble to help others, spreading yourself too thin will leave you drained and unfulfilled. Learn to prioritize. Ask yourself, who truly needs my help, and where am I overextending myself unnecessarily? It's okay to say no and set boundaries. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first so you can show up fully for the people and causes that matter most. 14. Not asking for help. There's a misconception that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But the truth is, it's one of the greatest signs of strength. Whether it's seeking advice, emotional support, or mentorship, don't be afraid to reach out. Nobody succeeds alone. Remember, even the strongest women need a helping hand sometimes. Asking for help isn't a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're wise enough to recognize you don't have to do it all alone. 15. Overlooking the importance of boundaries. Boundaries are essential in every aspect of life, relationships, work, and even personal time. Yet, many young women struggle to set and enforce them, fearing rejection or conflict. Imagine constantly saying yes to things you don't want to do or allowing people to overstep your limits. Over time, this leads to resentment, exhaustion, and even a loss of self-respect. Boundaries are not barriers, they're safeguards for your well-being. Start by clearly defining what is acceptable to you and communicate it assertively yet kindly. Enforcing boundaries may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's necessary to protect your peace and prioritize your needs. 16. Comparing yourself to others. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. You see someone else's highlight reel and feel like you're falling behind in life. But remember this, everyone's journey is unique. Comparing yourself to others only robs you of your joy and confidence. Instead, focus on your own growth and progress. Celebrate your small wins and trust that your path is unfolding at the right pace. Comparison may be the thief of joy, but gratitude is its antidote. 17. Neglecting spiritual growth. Life gets busy, and it's easy to put spiritual growth on the back burner. But without a strong spiritual foundation, you're left vulnerable to the storms of life. Think of your spirit as the anchor that keeps you grounded. Nurturing your relationship with God or your higher power provides clarity, strength, and direction. Make time for prayer, meditation, or reading sacred texts. Surround yourself with a faith-based community that uplifts and supports you. When your spiritual life is in order, every other area of your life will follow suit. 18. Settling for less than you deserve. Whether it's in relationships, career, or personal goals, settling for less than you deserve is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Imagine staying in a job you hate because you're afraid to pursue your passion, or staying in a relationship where you're not valued because you fear being alone. Every time you settle, you're telling yourself you're not worthy of better. Don't be afraid to aim higher. You were created for greatness. Trust that what's meant for you will never require you to compromise your values or happiness. 19. Avoiding accountability. Taking responsibility for your actions and decisions is a sign of maturity. Yet, some young women fall into the habit of blaming others for their problems or refusing to admit when they're wrong. Accountability isn't about blaming yourself, it's about owning your choices and learning from them. If you've made a mistake, acknowledge it, apologize if necessary, and take steps to do better. Remember, growth comes from reflection and taking responsibility. Avoiding accountability only keeps you stuck in the same patterns. 20. Underestimating the power of dreams. Too many young women underestimate the power of dreaming big. Maybe it's because of fear, self-doubt, or the belief that certain opportunities aren't meant for them. But here's the truth, every great achievement starts with a dream. Don't limit yourself because of what others think or because the path ahead looks difficult. Set bold goals, believe in your potential, and work tirelessly toward your vision. Surround yourself with people who encourage your dreams and remind you of your worth. Remember, the world needs your unique talents and gifts. Conclusion: every mistake we've discussed today is a stepping stone toward growth and wisdom. Life isn't about avoiding mistakes entirely, it's about learning from them and becoming better because of them. You are a masterpiece in progress, beautifully created for a purpose. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and never stop striving for the greatness you were destined for. If this resonates with you, subscribe to Destiny Forge for more empowering content that inspires you to build a life of purpose and impact. Let's grow together, one step at a time.